All right, hello and welcome to another Droppin Bombs video with me, your host, Corey Baumeister. Today we're finally getting back to making some videos. I actually hurt myself playing basketball, so I've been kind of laid up in a bed. Still hurt, still got a brace around me right now, so, that's been what I've been doing lately instead of being able to hang out with all y'all, the people behind the camera, and make some videos and do some streams and stuff like that. So, kind of been lame, but this is the deck that I have been really wanting to bring to you in Explorer for quite some time. I've been talking about it on my previous Explorer videos, and I finally think it's at a point where it's just worth sharing. I think I pretty much got the deck exactly where I want. I think it's incredibly powerful, and I was extremely bummed out this last weekend, or not this last weekend, but the weekend before, when I was commentating the Mana Trader series for Modern. Love doing that, of course, not throwing shade there or anything, but I didn't get to play the qualifier just because it completely overlapped with time. So I never got to test this out to see if this deck was truly good enough to compete at the highest level. Now, I believe I'm somewhat decently high ranked in Mythic right now, or at least Mythic. I haven't been able to play in a while. So, we're going to be able to show our stuff a little bit in this video, hopefully. Every time I say that, I'll be like, oh yeah, we're going to dominate. We get destroyed or something like that. So let's do a little deck tech about the deck here to start it up. First, we are Yorion deck. The big whole broad stroke of this deck and what we're trying to accomplish. We are a Transmogrify or Lukka Copper Coat Outcast into Agent of Treachery as our only agent. We have a lot of cards that create tokens. And now we'll just talk about the individual ones. First up, 3 portable holes. This is one of the most efficient ways to deal with a lot of food stuff. Also just early aggressive cards, Llanowar Elf. Something that is also really good to blink with Yorion. You can portable hole tokens, and then when you blink it with Yorion, then you're not giving them back the tokens since they stay in the portable hole forever. So a really excellent removal spell, but a little limiting, so we want to make sure we have other removal spells that can deal with some bigger stuff. Now we got Fire Prophecy. This was Glass Casket for me, but I wanted to make the Grease Fang matchup a little bit better, have a way to actually win game 1 because it's tough, you got to just let them hit you with Grease Fang and then start taking the Angels, hope they're out of gas, stuff like that. It can be bad. That's the one matchup we do fear. Still, Fire Prophecy does help a little bit though. Omen of the Sea, if you're a Yorion deck, play Omen, being able to draw and then blink it later is excellent. Birth of Elidas does a lot of the things we want to do in this deck, being able to get another planes to make sure you make it to land 4 for Fires of Invention, get that 0/4 wall that you can then Transmogrify or Lukka, and then why not, gain a little bit of life. Also a card you can blink with Yorion. The timing doesn't work out when you play it on turn 2. It's only if you play it on, let's say, turn 3. You might be able to blink it on turn 4. But it does come up. Narset, the Potter of Veils. One of my favorite cards here. This card used to be a Narset and Teferi Time Raveler deck when it was in Standard. Deck won me quite a bit of money on those Arena Opens. I think this is my first cash. Was with Jeskai Lukka for one of those Arena Opens, and oh, I loved it. All of our deck are non-creatures except Agent, so, you almost never miss. It's pretty unlucky if you miss with this deck. Now let's talk about Deafening Clarion. Still the premium Wrath spell. Anger's a little tough on the mana. It's still fine. Supreme Verdict, our deck's already kind of clogged at 4, so Clarion seemed like the best one to me for now. And then let's talk about the low-key best card in the deck. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is a new addition from Kamigawa. And just being able to get a Shaman that you can Transmogrify. It ramps you into Lukka, so you can turn 4... just play Lukka, hit the Shaman to get an agent. You can't Fires combo with that, but that's okay. Then Chapter 2, you get to get rid of a lot of redundant combo pieces. This is a deck that you really want one of each kind of thing. You don't want 2 Fires. You don't really want 2 Lukkas. You never want to draw agents, so being able to discard them is pretty valuable. And then, we're not done yet. Chapter 3 is another Transmogrified target at its worst, or if that's the turn you take something when it flips, and let's say you Transmogrify like a Shark token or whatever, now every turn from there on, you can Reflection Agent and steal something every single turn. It's insane. It is insane in this deck, and it's just an insane Magic card. People are finally coming around to it. Speaking of insane Magic cards, we got the Wandering Emperor, which is another card that fits this deck quite well. We don't have a lot of ways, or really any, to deal with gigantic creatures. So Wandering Emperor is a way to deal with big creatures. You know, even like Old Growth Troll is kind of a problem without the Wandering Emperor. And then our other way to deal with Wandering Emperor tokens is to just steal them with Agent. Sorry about that, y'all. Every time I cough, I have a slight cough too, so I have a cough drop in. And every time I cough, that's what like shoots a pain up my back from this injury. So real fun stuff. I'm starting to feel a little bit better, but you know, throughout the video, you might see me wince in pain. Fun stuff, right? Really, really loving it. I didn't even do anything that strenuous to play basketball too. It was just like a jump shot. I just landed on my left foot and must have just, you know, put too much weight on it or whatever. Barely felt it that day. And then the next day I couldn't walk. So I had to cancel too many games in Philly. I'm recording this on a Sunday. I should still be there. But I'm not salty or sad about it at all. Okay, anyways, back to this. Now let's talk about the main namesake card. This is a Fires of Invention deck. Being able to get this down, play another spell, excellent. The ideal draw is Fires on turn 4, into Transmogrify a token, get Agent, turn 5, play anything, then buy Yorion, put Yorion into play, blink the Agent, and then you'd have 2 mana to play one of these things as well. That's the nut draw. Hopefully we see it through our video. Excuse me. And then we have Transmogrify and Lukka. They both do the same thing, except Lukka costs a little bit more, but you get to do it repeatedly. Not many people play Lukka, and I think it's a crime. I think it's a great card, especially if you know if they're like a Rakdos deck where you know they have a removal spell. You waste that one Transmogrify. I'm like, okay, now you got to rebuild the token and find another Transmogrify. With Lukka, you just got to find a token then because the Planeswalker stays around, and you can blink it out with Yorion to reset it. And I've even won with the -7 before when I was on a Lukka's. Shark Typhoons, very important against control, as well as just turn 3, make a 1/1 shark, turn 4 fires, Transmogrify it, and they kind of don't see it coming. Then we are an Agent deck, of course. And then you see a bunch of our lands. We'll look at these real quick. Here's the numbers. The deck list, of course, is right below you. Haven't had a reason to change this, you know, like 4 planes for the bursts. Castle helps out with Transmogrified targets. Castle helps you find mana. You definitely want to play 4 Jeskai Triumphs to cycle when you don't have anything else to do with your mana and you already have a Fires out. So no reason to change. I think this mana base has been pretty much perfect. And now here's a pretty refined sideboard that I've been working on for a long time. You know, not like I don't even have a tournament to play with this anymore since the qualifier is done. I just love playing it so much. And whenever I like to play a deck, I put my heart and soul into it more than if it's like I'm just playing a deck because I know it's okay. But, you know, maybe it's the play patterns are boring. You know, Sultai Oko at Pro Tour Richmond is a prime example. I knew the deck was good. Still didn't do that well because I hated playing it. I hated Oko mirrors. It wasn't fun. But anyways, okay, so we're a Yorion deck for our first card. We got 1 Rest in Peace and 2 Unlicensed Hearst for our Greasefang decks, sometimes Rakdos as well. Fry comes in against Greasefang as well, since it does hit white creatures. Also good against blue-white control, something like that with Teferi. 3 Dovin's Vetoes, and then 3 Mystical Disputes. This should be a tall telling sign that our control matchups are bad. The Wandering Emperor actually made it a lot better, because now you just have more play on their turn. But we do have a lot of removal in the main deck, where you have to get those out. So you have to have a lot of cards for control in the sideboard. We already crush aggro decks. So the sideboard is pretty much just a transformational sideboard, something that me and my brother, Brad Nelson, really love to do. So I love that. 1 more Wandering Emperor comes in against a lot of things. Honestly, almost always, so maybe it should be in the main. And then a couple Depopulates. Ended up being the best 4-mana Wrath that I could think of, because there is a lot of monocolored decks that get big. Mainly mono green that made me want to bring in something like this, because their creatures actually outsize Clarion pretty fast, and it gets to be kind of difficult. So, all right, let's steal their stuff. All right, everyone, let's battle. It feels good to be back. We are in Mythic, only 95%, but hey, let's get in the numbers today. How about that? Probably not going to get in the numbers with this hand. Ooh, Scooter222. I believe I know that person from mine and Todd Anderson's chat. I could be wrong, though. All right, we are going to mulligan, though. Sounds okay. We'll put back one of these planes, and we'll go from there. Say hello, just in case it is our friend. All right, and let us battle. Yeah, not a very good hand. We don't have, like, Birth or Fable. Fable the Mirror Breaker is definitely what we'll be looking for. We'll take that, though. With a deserted beach. I don't know what I was gonna say there. With a deserted beach down, I think we're just gonna play it right away. There we go. That was pretty perfect. Now this is an agent on turn 4 if our opponent is not ready or taps out or something. Let's say. Ooh, Birth. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Well, there's our best card in the deck, so we'll be playing that one. Yeah, this draw turned around. Fable the Mirror Breaker is just insane. Hiya. Now you kind of pressure them to deal with the token. Because it's just so good, but we'll see. Yeah, and that was a great draw too. I don't even think I want to discard anything. Alright, we're going to attack. We'll see what they do. We're not going to rush anything into a counterspell like fires, so this is going to be an untap. We'll do the Wandering Emperor, and then try to just leave this loaded gun in the holster. Okay. Actually, maybe we will just do this now. Well, honestly, they could be a fires deck too. And we kind of want this as bait anyways, so we'll see what they're doing. Alright. Almost assuredly Wandering Emperor. Could make a 3/3 Shark and block too, but I guess it's not the worst. Nah. We'll take it. Now we just hope they don't have like double Dovin's Veto. That's the Punisher. That's not so bad. Alright, now it's time. It is time. Da 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 da. Give me that. I see it. I want it. I got it. All right, your turn. I see it. I want it. I got it. This deck is sponsored by Ariana Grande, in case y'all didn't know. Oh, we have fun here. I missed making videos, y'all, and this crippling pain has held me back. And I'll probably only be able to keep this video to an hour for that reason. It already kind of gets sore, but I missed you. I missed my friends. I missed my YouTube friends. Let me know what you think of this video in the comments, of course. Okay. That is unfortunate. But not the worst. We still got plenty in the holster for next turn. Plus we got a card here. Narset and Yorion are both devastating. That's probably going to be our turn next turn. Alright, let's do it. So yeah, let's start with this. Our first free spell. It's kind of bait. Okay. Another Narset is not so bad. Feel like they gotta be ready for this Yorion. And like this isn't even empty yet, I guess, if they attack. It kinda is. So I can play Yorion. Or I can just make a big shark. Yeah, what, they probably have Disdainful Stroke? That would make sense. Yeah, okay. We're gonna milk this a little bit more. No to those. Okay, don't want that. Now it's a question, do we want to buy Yorion and only make a 2/2 shark? Or just make a big old shark? I think big old shark sounds better. Not even gonna attack. Because I could copy the shark if I wanted to. March. Okie dokie. It's pretty good. Now we can either do a 4/4 shark or just a real big one. 3 for 5, just a 5/5 shark. I'm kind of all about it. That's what our treasures are for. Shark, 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 shark. Okay, not bad. Yeah, this will get pinged down, but now it's going to be Urian time. It's a little unfortunate. So I guess we can start by cracking a clue. Okay. Now, let's go like this. We'll cast this. I don't even want to use it. Then we'll go like this. Alright. Blink, 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 blink. Alright, we'll set a stop. I don't think it works this way under this situation, that if we top deck Wandering Emperor, we could cast it off fires. But I know if I just cast Yorion, it would work that way. I'm going to take Agent at this point. So that's our second Agent. We don't really want to find the other one. Yeah, I'll take these cards. Well, let's find out. I don't think so, but it is reset. Yeah, okay. Because you did cast your second spell. It just locks that. But let's say you only cast one. Then you can flash in Wandering Emperor at end step. So if I only cast Yorion there, not Lukka, I could have made that happen. Okay, so now we got lots to do. Let's start with an asset. Shark seems good. Let's attack with Urion. Hiya. Okay. Now, and we can definitely just start with Agent. That's like the force counter kind of thing. So many good options. Alright, let's just start with an Agent. It's probably a good call. Good call. Alright, blue, whites, control! Dovin's Vetoes, Fries, Disputes, Wandering Emperor. We don't need Clarions. We don't need Fire Prophecies. We don't need the holes. And honestly, it's pretty easy sideboard, just because Yorion decks are actually one of the easier decks to sideboard. Outside of Modern, I think Modern is just a tough format to crack all the time. Just there's so many one-ofs in the sideboard, but a format like this, Yorion decks are usually pretty easy because you just have cards that you can't have in the matchup that are just bad. Like Clarion would have been awful at all steps. You know, only consideration maybe Hearse or something, but not good enough. Especially when they have cards like Farewell. It's not very good against blue-white control. To the battlefield. Okay, don't like having Agent, but the rest of the hand is fine, so we'll keep. Alright, Transmogrify. That is the turn 4 all locked up, if we decide to go for it, and it's available. Ew! That's gross. Alright, probably want double blue. Almost assuredly need red. So let's go like this. We'll say go. This could be a bad one. Drawing 2 Agents is so bad. Okay, not a bad draw. Take 2, we'll say go. Shark, 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 shark. This might be one of the games where we just kind of have to jam. We don't really have any permission right now. And they're looking like they don't want to fall victim to falling behind. Unless we top deck like Wandering Emperor. Then we got an easy play. Or Shark, to be honest. Alright, now it's going to be an easy one. Now it's going to be, here is bait spell number 1. And if it resolves, then we still got cool stuff to do, so. Let's decline that. I'll attack. Yep. And now it's going to be a case. Do we think that they have a 2-mana counter spell? I kind of think that we can't really... They could have Gust, right? So Dovin's Veto this plays around, but it doesn't play around another Gust. Or we just NBA Jam, because we're too far behind. Probably just Fry here. So they can have so many things. Could start with Fires. Alright, I think we're behind enough. Okay, now I feel like they have something. Now I'm gonna just Fry. We succeeded by landing Fires. Okay, we take those. That was a bit of a risk. You gotta just do a little risk management. If they countered that, yeah, we lost the game. But you just gotta think like, am I that far behind with missing land drops and have agents in hand? Like, it's not great. Not great right now. But now we can double spell strategically and try to get them. It's actually not a bad draw. I think maybe we'll just kind of do a little setup turn here. Start with Birth. Alright. Now, kind of want to go with Lukka. Because it gets 2 modes, you know? Let's give it a shot. Or gets 2 chances at it if they have a removal spell. That's fine. And we'll buy this and say go. Behold, the multiverse. Yeah, and that's one reason against these decks where you still got to just go. Because they have enough draw spells, they have enough memory deluges and beholds that you can't just give them a lot of time. Blue-White Control will bury you in card advantage. So, oh, that's pretty good. Alright, well... how about we go like this? We can start with this. Alright, we'll start with the one that needs a counter. Oh, I'm sure. And now we can either veto... Ooh. Alright. I'll take a land. So that's our last agent. They don't know that, but... Alright, now let's go to combat. See if they want to use their mana. No attacks. Now I want to do more. Alright. Yeah, our birth goes away too, so might as well do this now. This is our last spell. Not anymore. Alright, well, they're just dead. Alright, so let's go like this. Now let's cast this. Unless they're just trying to farewell, but I mean, like, we're going to take all their lands. Now we got a Dovin's Veto in case they try to get cheeky before Fires comes back into play. Then we get to counter something again. Okay. Alright, here's this. Take another land. Another planes for us. Now we have double agent next turn available. And they're dead. They are dead. 2, 3, 4. So we can discard lands too, which is pretty sick. Birth really helping us out there. Okay, well. We don't want to get too crazy with attacks, but I can attack with Yorion. Guess we could start with this. Agent? I'll take the haul. Alright, now we'll attack. Just this. I can counter this if I want. Or I can just take more things. We're already... No, we only took 2 lands, right? Maybe we did. I want to take field, actually. So, yeah, I don't really care. I want to take field so I can actually haul them as well. And now I get to draw 9 cards. I should have probably put that into play untapped in case I get a shark. Yep. And that's the dance you do with blue-white control. You just gotta maneuver around their counter spells. They must have just not had anything at the end there and was just trying to win the game off Wandering Emperor and Sharks, but it's not how you beat this deck, so let's play some more. All right, y'all, let's battle. Up against a highly ranked player, so let's try to get it done. This hand desperately needs a land, but it's pretty good with a land. You know, if we're up against aggro, these Clarions are going to be great. If we're not, we discard them to Fables, so we're going to try to get a little lucky. Gotta have red with this hand, so we'll just start with a mountain. Green, black, Llanowar, Elf. Okay, I think I want to slow them down just in case I don't hit a land. This might be, usually the go-to green-black deck is the fight rigging deck. It's like a lot of 7-power creatures, and then just fight rigging to do kind of busted stuff. Overall, usually a pretty decent matchup. Okay, never mind, I have no idea. Oh, baby, that was a big one. That was a big one. Okay, so, yeah, it probably still is that deck, maybe Sultai fight rigging. But let's play this for sure, so that we can maybe Lukka next turn. It's a fun sound. Rowanus. Can attack or block. And there's Lukka. So, honestly, I don't think I need these. Might regret that. Alright, I will attack. Okay, I'm gonna Lukka and I'm gonna take one of their creatures. Alright, I'm gonna exile this. And now it's just which one. I just don't want my thing to get attacked, so I actually am gonna take this, even though I can't really block with it. But then I can Lukka it again. And I couldn't Fires there because I did need the treasure, so I would have Fires and not been able to cast Lukka. So that's the only kind of nombo with this deck, but whatever. Like, I mean, look what we're doing, you know? Okay. So, this adapts. They probably collect a company. Well, I can start by stealing one of their things and see what they do. To get rid of this rawness, take this incubation druid. Okay, they're dead. Now, I suppose we can attack. Now I can go Fires into Narset or Fires into Wandering Emperor. Narset seems good. Let's restock. Just a complete obliteration so far. Let's go with a Shark Typhoon. Sorry, I see a bug on my thing, and I have a bad back, so we'll see if I can even get it. Flew away. What a punk. Alright. So, Sultai, Incubation Druid, Llanowar thing, so we definitely want to have the Wandering Emperor. Maybe depopulate. Oh, there it is. There it is. How dare you. Depopulate that fly in my room. Okay, now what don't we want? We can probably trim on Narsets. Narsets and Sharks are like the aggro cards you take out. They're just kind of weak in those regards. But you don't want to cut all of them, so I very rarely cut all of them when I don't have the other. But it does happen. We'll see. I don't really know exactly what we're up against, so this sideboarding could be bad. The blue probably has some counter spells, which is scary, but the one card it seemed like we for sure wanted was the Wandering Emperor. This fly is terrorizing me right now. It's one of those loud flies, too, that you can just really hear buzzing around you. Love it. Love it. Hate it. All right, on the draw. It's a keeper. Oh my god, this fly is harassing me. I'm gonna keep. It's not amazing, but right, we'll start with the plains. Now, depending on if we get a land, we'll birth for sure if we don't hit one. Okay, well now it depends on what they take. You know, we'll just still cast one of these unless they have double Thoughtseize. This is a good Thoughtseize proof hand, realistically. If you guys see me get progressively more annoyed, it's because of this fly, not because of the game. I promise you. Okay, that was a good draw. I wonder if I even show it to him. I don't think I need to, because I would rather have a blue anyways. So yeah, we'll just go like this. And we can kind of surprise him with that. I might not even cast it next turn. Alright, here's the plains. Yeah, now we're either going to buy Yorion with the plains, or if we find a blue source, we'll probably cast this. Yeah, it's the Fight Rigging deck. Okay. So, let's do this to disguise our hand a bit. Your go. That kind of information is valuable. It really is. That's a pretty good target for my beautiful card. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, well. Let's see what they hit. That's a combination. Okay, we're going to see it right now. Just, I guess, not like an Ulamog. Okay, that doesn't count now, I believe. So like here, you draw a card if you do untap it. Nah, I don't care. I'll take 7. Okay. So now what do we want? We either take this, we take the Great Henge, or we take Fight Rigging. These are the options, and they're all valid. I think it's much more likely that we take one of these two. This fly will be the death of me. And we're going to get to do it again since we drew another red source. I could also Wandering Emperor this if I'm feeling froggy, but I think stealing something seems much better. I think I steal the creature. Just so I have another target. Like, I think that's the selling point here. Your go. Just so I can steal something again next turn. Yorion also steals something again next turn, though, but... Alright, that's pretty good for us, I bet. Alright, don't have a shakedown heavy. Okay. Alright, let's attack. Take a big chunk. Here's fires. Here's this. Here's Lukka. And now it's Great Hender fight rigging. I think it just is fight rigging here, like. I think that's the scarier card. It's a Vorinclex. Oh, we get to see it. I didn't know that. There's Roddy. Okay. So, now we start with... we got so many good options. Let's start with the Wandering Emperor. Make a token. Let's Lukka it. Let's go like this. Let's attack. Yeah. Wait a minute. Does this put into play under me? Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's attack. Now let's Yorion. Oh, was that my second? Oh, I played Vorinclex. Oops. Oops. You have to play it. That makes sense. Okay, well, that was a punt, but, you know, whatever. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that was a mistake. I mean, what are they going to do? But still, yeah, that was not a good play. I mean, I guess they could, like, Ugin. Yeah. Probably can't anymore, but yeah, huge punt there. We should have just taken 3 of their cards instead of played a Vorinclex here. Still didn't matter, but yeah, that was a mistake. But honestly, how can you resist not putting a free Vorinclex into play? So, all right, we'll play one more match. All right, y'all, third and final match up against another Yorion deck. Probably not the same, but you never know. I'm going to keep regardless. Deafening Clarion's going to be bad, but all right, that signifies control. And we'll just have to dance around, you know, kind of like we did that first match. That'll probably be very similar. So we have a choice here between guaranteeing Narset next turn or just playing Omen. I think I'll just play Omen. See what they do. No land drop, huh? Well, that's not good for you. Alright, here's our Omen. Now, do we want any of these lands? I kind of want to say no, but since it didn't seem like they have a counterspell for this, and Castle is a really good blue source, I'm going for it. Because it's just, like, basically game if you stick a Narset here. Yeah, opponent doesn't want to play Magic, I guess. Okay, we got that. We'll say go. We'll vibe it out if they don't play a land. Fires into Wandering Emperor. Game over. Alright. Alright, we'll sideboard like it is the control deck. Because I'm pretty positive it is. Same as how we sideboarded before. Fire Prophecy's out. Portable Hole's out. Deafening Clarion out. And let's battle. Update on the fly. Still harassing me. Tried to kill it in between rounds. And hurt my back even more. Stretching up to hit it. So, just a great day so far for me. And this will definitely be my last match. Back is starting to hurt. So, oh. But I'll be, this next week, I'm going to kind of avoid streams for the early part of the week. I'm trying to just, get healthy again. So I'll make some YouTube videos, then a lot of stretching, relaxing, icing, that kind of stuff. And hopefully by the weekend, we can get some streams in for some tournaments. So that's the plan. All right, so let's battle. That was an easy game. Let's hope for more. I'm going to keep a little awkward here with no red mana, but Wandering Emperor is really good. I love that pet. It just flashes into play. It's like, hello, I'm here. Hello. All right, here we will play the Buff of Melitus. And honestly, I think I'm going to do a weekly video with this deck, y'all. I always want to do my quests anyways, and I just love playing this. So if you like this deck, I think it's going to be a weekly thing until it's no longer good, but it is just so fun. It's like Manguchi's Isn't Murktide, Okay, that is a problem. I wish we had a follow-up. Come on, Narset of our own. Narset. No such luck. I don't... Well, okay. Would I have to discard if I put Yori into hand? I would. So yeah, I guess I just have to say go. I don't want to discard. I guess I could have since I have some extra lands, but whatever. Maybe they'll tap out. Double Dovin's Veto. That's scary. Oh, but no lands again. Okay, so gain 2 life. And now it's going to be a scenario where we just say go. We don't want to get this fired. Oh, actually, do we want to get this Dovin's Veto? I guess I don't care that much. Nah, the only bad part is if they, cycle a Shark and then they find land 4. But, yeah, opponent just doesn't have anything. And they left in Wrath. So, all right, now the door is open for Wandering Emperor into Fires into Lukka. So they have to Dovin's Veto this. And then we just destroy them. Yep. I'd like to take one of your lands. Alright, so yeah, Fires into Lukka. Your land is mine. This game is probably over. Alright, well that was kind of a non-match to end on, but whatever. This deck does that. This deck really does that. I think this is one of the best, if not the best deck in Explorer. I haven't had a chance to actually test the deck's might in an actual tournament that matters, but believe me, I've been on the lookout. I want to play an Explorer tournament, so if you know of any Explorer tournaments coming up here, maybe this coming up weekend, let me know in the comments. I might play some, so... All right, y'all. Oh, yeah, my back is killing me, so I'm going to wrap this up. But thank you so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate you hanging out. Sorry I haven't been making videos in a while, but I've been hurt. I've been busy. But expect videos back to pick up daily here. Back considering. And yeah, I got the deck list below if you want to try it out. Let me know how you do. And I got a Patreon below where I've been working on this deck and sculpting it with all the patrons. And if that's something you want to be a part of, be the first person to see some of my decks and creations and whatnot, we'd love to have you. We have a great community. So thank you so much, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.